believe this is happening. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Please give me strength just to hold my ground. Come in.
Good. Glad you're here. Thought you might not have gotten back from lunch yet.
Russ, for your information, I haven't had time to break for lunch.
Well, you should have sent somebody down to get you a cup of coffee or sandwich or something.
Well, who? We're so short-handed as it is. There aren't enough nurses to handle the patients'
Well, that's
needs.
a matter of opinion. But I didn't come here to talk about that anyway.
Then what did you come here for?
I want you to know that I spoke to Miss Castelli in personnel today. You'll be receiving your pink slip very shortly. Now, Mr. Davidson, I want you to know that I'm trying to be fair as possible.
I'm sorry, Russ, but I'm having a very hard time believing that right now.
Let me finish. I've decided that you're going to get 2 weeks severance pay, plus I'll also pay you for the 2 weeks vacation that you have coming up. Now, do you agree that I can be fair? Fair I can be, but it's still my decision that as of 5 o'clock this afternoon, you shall no longer be an employee of this hospital.
Russ, I'm sorry, but since you are not head administrator, I simply can't abide by your wishes.
They're not my wishes. They're administrative decisions.
Made by an immature young man whose power politics are going to be his own downfall.
I think you're mistaken.
I don't think so.
Insubordination can be one thing, but if you want to play hardball, that's fine. But I'll guarantee you, you won't win.
Maybe not by your tactics, but I'm not going to give up without a fight, Russ Weaver. And I absolutely will not be used as a pawn in your power play. I have no intention of stepping down. Now, please go.
You've got till 5 o'clock to be off the premises. And if you're not, I'll see to it personally that you're escorted off by security.
Vicki, I think maybe you're being just a little hard on Gil.
I'm sorry, I can't take any more of this. I've had enough. You know, he specifically asked me to meet him at the Castaway, and then it's not even like he's late. He doesn't even show up.
Vicki, I'm not trying to defend the guy, but dear one, you are really upset. I'm just suggesting maybe there is another side to this story.
No, as far as I'm concerned, there is not another side. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. He had the gall to come over to my house last night to apologize.
Oh, to apologize?
Oh, that's what he said. But he has never apologized to anyone in his life. I think what he was doing was just trying to find out, you know, if the date was still on or something.
Well, did you guys talk then?
No, I slammed the door in his face.
Vicki!
Well, he barged in, though. Of course, Gil always has the last word.
Well, what did he have to say then?
Just what I had told you. He said he'd called, tried to get in touch with me. He even said that he had his sister Mary Ann try to call me.
Oh, did she?
No, that's just another lame excuse of his.
So what do you intend to do?
Well, if it isn't obvious, we are not together anymore. Being played for a fool once and then twice, that's bad enough. But 3 times is unforgivable. But I'm not gonna let him get to me like this. Just watch.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I didn't get where I am now, sitting around letting everybody take advantage of me. I intend to get even.
Vicki, why don't you just forget about this guy?
Forget about him. Miriam, how can you forget about somebody who's been treating you like dirt?
Well, believe me, that would be the best way, because any plan for revenge is just gonna eat away at you.
Forget it, Miriam. You can't talk me out of it.
I wish I could, because in the long run, you'll be the one who suffers.
Well, I don't know about that. I think I'm gonna enjoy every moment of it. I've just got to figure out what to do to teach him a lesson so that he never forgets what he has done to me.
I was just down at the nurse's station to check my schedule for next week when I saw a message there for me. It was from Russ Weaver. He fired me.
He what?
He fired me. I tried to explain, but he wouldn't listen. He said he was firing me because I was late for work 2 days in a row. Mrs. Davidson, the reason I was late was because my youngest girl is sick and has a fever. I felt I should be there with her.
Of course.
You know my situation. Being a single parent and all, I have to work twice as hard and still take care of the kids. I have been fighting to try to take care of this family, and now this happens.
Oh, sir, they told me I'd find you here. Look, I just heard what happened. I can't believe it.
I'll be all right. It's just my daughter. Not knowing how she is and everything, it worries me.
Everything will be all right. Why don't you take the rest of the day off and go home and be with her? I think she needs you.
But what about my job? Oh, is there any chance you could talk to Russ Weaver for me?
I think there's more than a chance, Sarah. I know your work, and you have a valid reason. Now, don't give another thought to losing your job. I'll be in touch with you.
Sir, I want you to know that I'm trying very hard to get in touch with Lester Lewis. Well, he'll just straighten this whole thing right out.
Thank you, Dr. Greeley. Mrs. Davidson, I feel better.
That's good. Now go home and check on your little girl.
I will.
Terry, this whole situation is completely out of hand.
I know.
If Lester doesn't intervene soon, the doctors and the nursing staff are going to have no choice but to go ahead with their plans.
What plans?
Well, hadn't you heard?
No, tell me.
The doctors have agreed to join the nursing staff on a walkout.
A strike?
Yes. Well, Terry, what's the matter?
Well, I'm not surprised that the employees are taking matters in their own hands, but Alex, I simply can't agree to a strike. The holiday season is coming up, and as you know, that means more accidents and a greater need for medical attention. If the staff is going to be on strike, the hospital's not going to be able to meet those holiday emergencies.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come down to that. But it looks like now that the doctors and the nursing staff will have no other choice.
Now, here we go. How about some tea?
Oh, thanks.
Now, don't you think you can reconsider and just maybe forget about Gil?
Miriam, no, I've already made up my mind.
Well, you see, Vicki, that's a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
Not me. I have no intentions of changing my mind. He gets me so fired up, I can't even concentrate today.
Vicki, see, that's what I mean. You're not doing yourself any good being like this.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to feel any better until I get back at him. You know, I bet half the female population in Kingswood would be happier, too. Get back at that chauvinist pig.
Vicki, come on now, you're getting irrational.
Well, lady I met last night didn't think I was irrational.
Who was that? Anybody I know?
What was her name? She told me. I don't know, I forgot it now. But anyway, I was telling her about it. And she agreed with me 100%. She said she'd help me.
Why, does she know Gil?
Well, not directly, but she's heard about him.
Well, she doesn't sound like much of a friend to me.
Well, no, she is. She's personable. It's just that, well, she's been through a couple divorces. Just recently, she was thrown out by some jerk. I don't know.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. That's why I guess, you know, she's willing to help me out, help me get back on my feet.
Vicki, see, that's what I'm trying to say. Anger doesn't help you at all. I've told you how that revenge just ruined my marriage to Paul.
I know. And how your religious experience has helped you deal with it. And
Vicki, look, there is a lot more to it than just religious experience. Since I became a Christian, it's changed my whole attitude about life.
well, that's great for you, but if you don't mind, let's don't get pious right now. How about, you know, my girlfriend who I was just talking about and I are going to dinner tonight. Do you want to join us?
No, thank you. I don't think I'd be very good company anyway.
Well, why?
Well, I don't want to be a part of your getting back at Gil, as much as he might deserve it.
Suit yourself.
Well, listen, maybe some other time I'll meet your new friend.
Good. Really, I think you'd like her.
I know Lester's going to be shocked to see the chaos Russ has thrown this hospital into.
Well, now listen, Terry, don't worry. I'll do whatever I have to get Lester back here.
I hope so, Alex, because Russ threatened me.
Threatened you? How?
He said if I wasn't off the premises by 5 o'clock this afternoon, he was going to have security personally escort me out.
He said that
Yes.
to you?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
That's probably him with the state militia. Come in.
Ben! What a surprise!
Ben, it's so good to see you.
When did you get back?
Oh, just a little while ago. Did I interrupt something?
No, oh no, listen, seeing you is the best thing that's happened all day.
Hey, look, how's Lori?
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm back. She's doing very well. I'd say exceptionally so, considering everything she's been through.
Oh, Ben, that's great
I can
news.
certainly thank the Lord for that.
Oh, that's for sure. And I know your prayers, Terry, were crucial in helping her pull out of her withdrawal.
She's really feeling better.
Yes, she is.
Well, now, Ben, what about your hand? I'm still worried about you.
Well, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I'm here. Since Lori's making such terrific progress, I figure I could finally afford to come back and have it taken care of.
I just hope you haven't waited too long. Now, you know what an injury like that can mean to your career. Well, Jack Egan's been screaming at me for weeks to get you back in here.
And me.
I know. Relax, you two. I've got an appointment to see Jack Egan later this afternoon. Excuse me.
I can't believe I let you talk me into this today with everything I have to do.
Well, you look like you needed a coffee break. So tell me. Terry?
Ben, do you mind if we sit over here?
No, I don't mind. Would you rather go back up to your office?
No, this is fine. I've had enough intimidation by Russ Weaver today. Fired another one of my nurses today.
You're kidding.
No.
What happened?
Sarah Nelson.
She's one of the best RNs we have on the staff.
Yeah, but she was tardy 2 days in a row.
And he fired her for that?
She tried to explain to him their little girl was sick with a fever, but he just didn't care.
Boy, sometimes I don't understand that guy.
And I told her to go home and take care of her little girl and just forget about what Russ told her about being fired.
Good. I'm proud of you for standing up to him that way.
Well, I knew you would be, but you might not be so proud of me when I tell you I've been fired too.
What?
Now, don't worry, I have no intention of leaving.
Well, there's a couple of things I want to say to him.
Ben, sit down.
Hey, I'm serious, Terry. This has got to stop.
Well, let's just see what happens. Now, Alex is trying to reach Lester. He's on vacation, and it's hard to get a hold of him. Meantime, I am just going to wait until 5 o'clock.
Well, what's going to happen then? Is he going to bring in a firing squad?
No hospital security. They are going to personally escort me out if I'm not gone.
Miss Davidson. Ben?
Hello, Gil.
Gil?
I came by. I need to talk to you.
Well, listen, why don't you pull up a chair? Sit down.
Oh, no thanks. I can only stay a minute. I'd just like to drop off some revised schedules on the construction of the nurses' wing.
Well, how's it going?
It's going good. We're on schedule, but I'll tell you, if it gets any busier, I'm going to have to hire some more help.
Well, keep Kingsley General staff in mind.
What?
Don't pay any attention to her. Well, how's your construction schedule?
It's good. You can see by the time lapse right there, the frames, it shows we should be finished by, end of February, beginning of March.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's going real good. But it all depends on the snowfall, I'll tell you.
Well, the Farmer's Almanac says we're not going to have as much as we had last year.
Yeah, well, let's hope not. How's Lori doing?
She's doing much better.
Good. You know, I know how you feel about me, but I'm glad she's doing good, and I know my sister's gonna be happy about it, too. Is she coming home soon?
Yes, if she continues the way she's been going, it shouldn't be too much longer.
Oh, that's good. Great.
Thanks for your concern, Gil.
Sure. Well, that's yours. I've got plenty of copies here, so...
Well, and I've got that appointment with Jack Egan. Are you going to finish your coffee?
Listen, I'll just as soon take it back to my office.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. It was nice to see you again,
Nice
Gil.
seeing you.
Goodbye, Gil.
See you later. Don't stand on my account.
What do you want?
I need to talk to you about some important business of mine.
Mrs. Davidson speaking?
Terry, hi, this is Miriam. I hope I haven't got you at a bad time.
No. I was just taking a break. How are you?
Fine. Listen, Terry, I just called to see if you had a chance to talk with Daddy.
Yes, I saw him this morning.
And?
Well, it's too early to say anything right now. He listened to what I had to say, but he wasn't in any mood to talk, so I had to be sensitive to that.
Do you think you were successful?
I don't know, Miriam. But the fact that he listened, I mean, is kind of a minor miracle considering how our relationship has been in the past.
Did he say anything?
Well, yes, in a way. He did admit that he's been doing a lot of thinking about his life lately, and he's not too happy about the kind of person he's been.
Well, that's good. Do you think that he might make a commitment to the Lord?
That's impossible to say. Certainly a man with his heart condition should. Physically, his heart is weak, but spiritually, it's still very hard.
Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt anything.
No, that's all right. Miriam's on the phone.
Oh, good. I've been needing to talk to her, but I don't have her office phone number. May I?
Please.
Hello, Miriam. Alex Greeley here. Yes, I've been needing to talk to you. Miriam, I'm afraid I have some rather bad news concerning your father.
What about Daddy?
Well, we've just received the results of the angiogram. Now, it appears that there's some blockage in 2 arteries and a complete block in the anterior artery.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Well, this means that it's going to be necessary for him to have that triple bypass operation that we discussed earlier. We're trying to schedule him for it now.
How's he doing?
He's tired, but I'm afraid we can't postpone the surgery any longer. Then that's why I've needed to talk to you.
What are his chances?
Well, Miriam, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Your father's heart has sustained a great deal of damage. But with our new modern surgical techniques, and knowing that Charles is as strong as he is, well, I think his chances for recovery should be pretty good.
I'd like to come down and see him.
That'll be fine. And look, if you'd like to talk with me some more about it, just stop by the office.
Thank you, Dr. Greeley.
I'll be in till sometime after dinner. Goodbye.
Let me guess, you want to talk to me about Marianne, right?
That and some other matter.
Yeah?
Yeah. That slip I gave you to give to Marianne so she could call someone for me.
Son of a gun,
Yeah.
You're right. Little matter like that must have slipped my mind. Hey, I hope it didn't mess up things between you and Vicky the other night.
You know, Russ, you're very perceptive.
Well, thanks. Now, you mind if I ask a little question of my own?
Go right ahead.
Did you persuade Marianne to go off to North Carolina to see your father?
And if I did?
You did that just to keep her away from me.
Surprised to hear that from you. What, are you getting paranoid or something?
Let me tell you something there, Gil. There's nothing you can do to keep me and Marianne from seeing each other. You're wasting your time.
Oh, is that so?
Mm-hmm. I care about Marianne a whole lot.
Oh.
And although she may be gone for a couple of weeks, she will be back. And I'll be right there.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. Why don't you find some other girl? Huh? There's plenty around here. Now, why don't you get someone easy? Like your ex-wife. Huh?
Don't push it, Prescott. Don't push it.
Oh, wait a minute, Russ. Huh? You are becoming a little paranoid, aren't you? Huh?
I'm not gonna waste my time talking. Hear me?
Miriam, are you okay? What was all that about? That was Dr. Greeley, my father's doctor. Daddy's tests are back, and he's going to have a triple bypass operation. Vicky, I'm really worried.
Miriam, go to the hospital.
Could I?
Of course.
Listen, I'd feel really guilty about leaving you alone with all this work. I really meant to clean up as much as possible before I, go to Canada to see Mother. But I wouldn't be at the hospital too long. I could come right back.
Miriam, don't even worry about it. You have been putting in so much extra time in the morning, and if it gets that bad, I'll just hire somebody temporarily to clear some work up.
Well, listen, let me at least, here, I'll take this report of yours on up to the commissioner's office, and then I'll come back, get my things, and then head for the hospital.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Vicki. Nancy. Wasn't expecting you until later.
Yeah, I know, but I was in town shopping, so I thought I'd stop by and see where you were. So this is it, huh?
This is it.
I thought you'd have a private office or something.
Working at the government? No. We have to economize all the time, as you can tell.
Oh, I see. Well, what is that, your secretary's desk or something?
No, she's my assistant. As a matter of fact, I invited her to join us for dinner, but her dad is in the hospital, and I'm sure she'll be visiting him tonight.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Well, I guess we'll just have to make plans without her, right?
Yeah.
Look, I wanted to apologize to you, too.
Why?
Well, you know how I called and telling you about the way Gil behaved last night?
Gil. Gil, that is so typical for Gil. Well, as he stands me up, he's trying to pick you up.
Well, it's obvious the guy's only got one thing on his mind. I mean, after I flatly refused him, he must have just gone right over to your place.
Yeah, he did. He just barged on in. He was pretending like he was worried about my feelings. He wanted to explain things.
Well, I wonder how many times he got stood up before he finally came back to you.
You don't know how angry that makes me.
Well, let's do something about it.
Yeah, let's do. Let's think of something really good to teach Gil the lesson of his life.
Well, look, I really got to leave now, but I'll meet you tonight at the Greenbrier, okay? And I'll make the reservations.
Great.
Oh, and look, I'm sorry about having to tell you about Gil and all. I know it upsets you.
Well, that's all right. It just gives us more reasons to get back at him. And I can hardly wait.
Good. Miriam.
Hi, Nancy. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just came by to see a friend. Goodbye, Vicki. See you tonight.
Okay. I didn't realize you knew her.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of an understatement. Where did you meet her?
Oh, I told you. I met her last night at the Castaway. She is the one who's going to help me get back at Gil.